I'm just about to reveal one of the most creative ways that you can make use of ChatGPT in order to make money on Amazon selling ebooks, so let's get started. I'm sure there's no need for me to explain how ChatGPT works. Chances are you've heard about it, you've probably used it, and you know what it's capable of. And we're gonna put it to the test in just a second. Before now, let's try to understand what Amazon KDP is all about. This stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and this is basically the place where ebooks come to life. In other words, this is a website where you can self-publish ebooks and paperbacks for free with KDP and reach millions of readers on Amazon. In other words, publishing these books will take less than 5 minutes, and your book will appear in stores all over the world within 72 hours. And you get to earn up to 70% royalty on those sales. So it's a pretty good deal if you think about it. Amazon is not going to keep a huge cut, and they give you all of this free traffic. But there's a problem that comes with that. If we're talking about launching a new ebook on Amazon KDP, you're literally competing against established sellers that have been in the industry for years or decades, and they definitely know what they are doing. That's why we need to have something to stand out from the crowd. We either need to create an ebook that is really high quality, we need to bring something new to the market, or just find our own niche. We need to be creative. And the problem with creativity is that not everybody has it. Now, of course, you can kind of develop it, but if you're not a talented writer, you're gonna have a hard time. And this is where ChatGPT steps in. I want you guys to head over to openai.com and click on the try button. That will open up the portal where you can start interacting with ChatGPT, and it will follow your instructions. I mean, its capabilities here are insane. It can explain difficult concepts in very simple terms, and that will help you with research. It's pretty good with creative ideas as well, which is kind of unexpected, at least to me. And it can even write code, but we're not gonna make use of that today. But there's also a problem with it. Have a look at this. Can you write a 100-page ebook? Let's just ask it that question. Yes, I can write a 100-page ebook on a variety of topics. So as you can see, it does have the capability to create an ebook on pretty much any topic from scratch, and that is insane. But there's a problem that comes with that. I also want you to look at this. I've just asked ChatGPT to write me a short article about selling on Amazon. And as you can see, it does that instantaneously. As soon as I send in the instructions, it's gonna get to work without complaining about it, and it's doing a pretty good job if you ask me. But here's the problem with this text. I'm just gonna stop generating it, and I'm gonna ask you the following question. Is this article 100% original? And look at this. The article is generated by ChatGPT based on its understanding of the topic, but it may contain information that is similar to other sources. And that is a problem. If you're gonna use this text for commercial purposes, which means you're going to copy, paste it, and then sell it, you need to make sure that you're not infringing on other people's copyright. As a language model, its main objective is to provide useful and accurate information, but it's possible that some content is similar to other sources, right? And we can actually check that really quickly. If we go over to Grammarly.com and we open up a new document, Grammarly will basically run a plagiarism check in just a few seconds. So let's do that. This is extremely important if you're gonna use ChatGPT on Amazon KDP. In order to help you with writing your ebooks, we need to make sure that we are selling original content and we're not just stealing other people's work, because that's not gonna cut it. So what I'm gonna do now is simply copy a few of these paragraphs and paste them in here. Then I'm going to quickly run the plagiarism check, and there you go. Grammarly will compare it against billions of web pages all over the internet, and we should have the result in a moment. There you go. 6% of it matches this source, and then another 6% matches this one. As you can see, it's not 100% original, and that might be a problem. Now, there is a way that you can kind of get around this issue. Can you rewrite it so it's 100% original? And look at this. Sure, here's an entirely new article about selling on Amazon. Now, I'm just gonna let ChatGPT write this whole article, and then we're gonna run another plagiarism check just to make sure. And let's have a look. As you can see, it looks like the text is 100% original. But then, just a few seconds after that, Grammarly changed its answer, and it actually says that 4% of it was copied from this source, and then another 7% matches this other source. So as you can see, this may just be a coincidence, but sometimes even trying to rewrite this so it's original may not do the trick. Here's what I'm trying to say, guys. ChatGPT can be an insanely useful tool if you're planning to sell books on Amazon KDP. However, don't be lazy about it. There is no need to ask ChatGPT to create the whole ebook from scratch, so you don't do any of the work. Instead, the way I would personally use it is as follows. First off, I would try to write that ebook myself. Now, we also gotta determine what kind of ebook you're trying to write. Is it going to be a fictional work? Is it just an ebook about a certain field of activity that you happen to be a professional in? You gotta make that choice. But once that is out of the way, you wanna actually start putting together that ebook. You wanna start writing the first draft. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's the thing about it. You can take your time to write a very rough version of that book and then bring it over to ChatGPT for improvements. And this is where AI can really help you take it to the next level and create some of the best content out there. Look at this. What I'm gonna do is just copy one of these paragraphs. And now I'm gonna ask ChatGPT for something really interesting. Can you add humor to this? And believe it or not, ChatGPT is actually gonna provide you with an article with some added humor. Not only that, but you can even take it one step further. You can ask ChatGPT to make it more readable. You can even ask it to write it in a different style. Let's actually have some fun. We can actually rewrite it in the style of William Shakespeare. Take a look at this. ChatGPT actually does that. And so the possibilities here are endless. You can simply take a little bit of your time to put together the first draft of an ebook and then send it over to ChatGPT and turn it into the final work that you're actually gonna sell on Amazon. That way, you're basically avoiding the copyright issues, and you're also taking advantage of a tool that's got a huge database that it works with. ChatGPT probably knows more than you and me and a lot of other writers, just because it's got a huge database to work with. It can even help you with other things such as search engine optimization once you have published your book. It can help you find the best title. It can even help you with a cover idea. Look at this. What would be the best title for this article? Look at this. The Merchant's Guide, selling on Amazon in the style of Shakespeare. This would be a fitting title, right? What would be a fitting book cover for it? And that would be an image that evokes the themes of Shakespearean literature and commerce. This could include elements such as a quill and ink, an open book, a merchant's scale, and perhaps a nod to the Amazon's brand. ChatGPT is literally gonna give us a detailed description in just a few seconds. And this was a very basic example, but you can use it in more specific cases as well. Let's just say that you're writing a novel, right? And at some point, trying to write the plot, you don't really know how to continue the story. You find yourself at a dead end. Well, you can actually ask ChatGPT to give you a few different options in order to continue that story. You can ask it to add a new character into your already existing story and make it a little bit more intriguing, or you can even ask it to rewrite it in the style of a particular author that you admire, which is something pretty difficult to do by a regular person. And that's why we're gonna use AI. We're not gonna use it the lazy way by just asking it to write ebooks for us, which are not gonna sell anyway. But if you're serious about making money on Amazon KDP, you wanna make full use of artificial intelligence to improve your work and make sure that you stand out from the crowd. It can literally take your writing to the next level with very little effort. And that's how I would personally use it. And once you're past the content creation process and you actually publish your book, there are some other things that you may want to keep in mind. For instance, you want to make sure that the search engine optimization is on point. You want to make sure that people can actually find your book in order to purchase it, because that's an important element. And so, ChatGPT can help you with a description that you can add on Amazon. It can help you with a title, a book cover idea, and the list goes on and on. The only limitation here is your imagination. And so you've literally got all the resources you need to make this work, and it's never been easier to come up with a high quality piece of text. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.